Next on News 4 Tucson at 10, a decision from the City Council on a plan to expand Reed Park Zoo.
That's how local migrant shelters are preparing for a potential surge in asylum seekers.
And later, President Biden's new COVID-19 vaccination goal for the country. News 4 Tucson live at 10 starts right now.
From KVOA, we've got you covered. This is News 4 Tucson, live at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Amanda Gomez.
And I'm John Overall. The Tucson City Council voted to expand Reed Park Zoo, but with some changes.
As News 4 Tucson's Eric Fink explains, the plan the city will now try and execute is a combination of two models that saves parts of Reed Park and allows the zoo to grow.
Tucson community activist Bob Vint calls what happened Tuesday a new beginning.
Today's vote by Mayor and Council is a significant turning point and represents a very promising development.
The city will now pursue a redesigned hybrid plan that combines both option D and G minor, expanding the zoo to the northwest while preserving much of the adjacent open space. The council voted to preserve Barnum Hill here and the sentimental value along with it. It also voted to keep the duck pond as is. The vote was 6-1. Only Councilman Steve Kozaczek was opposed.
Every time we have somebody come to us to ask for a basketball court or a pickleball court or a splash pad or a dog park, ball field, it's taking public open space. The zoo is also taking public open space. They get 500,000 visitors a year at the zoo. I will bet you that you don't have 500,000 people sitting on Barnum Hill in the course of a year.
Vint and some of his neighbors want to keep all of this green space.
We are hoping that it'll evolve to where we use 100% of hardscape for the zoo expansion and save as much of the green space, the mature trees, as possible. And not only that, we'd also like to save some parking spaces.
Tucson voters approved an expansion to the zoo at the polls 3.5 years ago. Now construction is halted and Councilman Kozaczek is disappointed. The city is now changing direction.
If the city cancels the job now, then what message does that send to anybody who would put their name on a dotted line with the city of Tucson going forward? That we reserve the right 3 years later to change our mind and cancel the contract.
It's something that many, many Tucsonans have treasured memories of, and we'd like to see it preserved for future generations. Through continued negotiation and goodwill on all parts, I think we'll get where we need to go.
We've got you covered from Reed Park. I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson.